Grade 4, Module 3, Lesson 8 homework. Problem number 1. Represent the following expressions with this regrouping as necessary, writing a matching expression, and recording the partial products vertically as shown. So let's go ahead and take a look at what they're asking us to do. We need to represent the expression with this. That means we're going to need a place value chart. Regrouping as necessary. So that means changing our groups of 10 over. Writing a matching expression, and recording the partial products vertically, as shown below. Problem number 1. Problem number 1 has been started for us. It says 2 times 424. So we want two groups of 424. So the first group that they showed is 4 hundreds, 2 tens, that's 20, and 4 ones. But we need two groups of that. So I'll go ahead and fill in another group. We need 4 hundreds, 2 tens, and 4 ones. So now that our chart is filled in, let's look down here at this information. It says 2 times blank plus 2 times blank times 2 times blank ones. So the first thing we need to fill in is our hundreds. We have 2 times 4 hundreds. I'm going to abbreviate that. Plus 2 times blank, and that's going to be our tens. So 2 tens, because there's 2 tens in that group. There's 2 groups of 2 tens. And for the ones, we have 2 times 4 ones. You could take that even a little bit further and know that this is 8 hundredths plus 4 tens plus 8 ones. And that answer is going to come out to be 800. 4 tens would look like 40, and 8 ones would be 848. So let's look at the vertical partial products right here. 424 times 2. You're first going to want to multiply your ones together. That leaves you with 8. And that is 2 times 4 ones, as we just wrote in the expression below the place value chart. Next thing you have is 2 times 20. 2 times 20 is 40. So that's 2 times 2 tens. And the next thing we have is 2 times 400. That is 800. So that becomes 2 times 4 hundredths. The partial product looks just like the expression we wrote already. Now we have to add them all up and see what we get. We get 8 for the ones, 4 for the tens, and 8 for the hundreds. Again, we get 848. Let's take a look at letter C. It says 4 times 1,424. So we're going to make a place value chart. This time we have to make sure that our thousands are on there. So I'm going to label my thousands with TH, my hundreds with H, my tens with a T, and my ones with an O. So we want 4 groups of 1,424. So the first thing we have to recognize is what 1,424 looks like on a place value chart. There is 1,000, 4 hundreds, 2 tens, and 4 ones. We want 4 groups of that, so I'm going to do that 4 times. 1,000, 4 hundreds, 2 tens, and 4 ones. 1,000, 4 hundreds, 2 tens, and 4 ones. And one more group. There is going to be some regrouping in this problem because there are more than 10 discs in different place values. So let's start by looking at the ones. I'm going to group 10 together. I have 4, 8, and 10. It looks like it's going to cut in right about here. And I'm going to move that over to make a group of 10. And I only have 8 ones left over, so that's going to be, I'm sorry, 6 ones left over, so that's it for that. If I look at the tens, I only have 9 tens, so I do not have enough to move them over to the hundreds. But if we look at the hundreds, I have a lot of hundreds there too. I'm going to take a group of 10, just like I did for the ones. And I'm going to move those over to the thousands. And I only have 6 hundreds left, so that's where that's going to have to stay. So before regrouping this problem, I had 4 times 1,000. I'm going to abbreviate. Plus, I had 4 times 400s. Plus, I had 4 times 20, which is 2 tens. Plus, I had 4 times 4 ones. And then we did some regrouping. And we can see now we have 5 thousands. Let's fix that one. 5,000. Plus, in the hundreds, we have, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hundreds. 6 hundreds. Plus, how many tens do we have? We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 tens. Plus 6 ones. Altogether, that is going to equal 5,000, 6 hundreds, 9 tens, which we call 90, and 6. So that's what that's going to look like with number discs and a place value chart and regrouping as necessary. So now let's look at the partial product. With the vertical method of partial products, we are going to look at 1,424, and we're going to times that by 4. So we are going to multiply 4 by each place value. So 4 times 4 ones is 16 ones. That's 4 times 4 tens. 4 ones. Then I have 4 times 2 in the tens place, so that's 4 times 20, which is 80. That's 4 times 2 tens. Then I have 4 times 4 hundreds. That's 16 hundreds, because 4 times 4 is 16, and that's in the hundred place. So that's 4 times 4 hundreds. And my last one is 4 times 1,000, and that's 4,000. That's 4 times 1,000. So now we have to add them all up and see what we end up with. And we are left with a 6, 9, 6, 5. 5,696, just as we showed with the number discs and the place value chart.